You see philosophies in the Bible like bring all thoughts into captivity. People quote that all the time, but do they even do that? Now, people, have people even been curious enough to ask what that is? I mean, how many people have said that? How many millions and millions of times? How many pastors have preached a message about bring a thought into captivity? And what do? They say you just got to memorize scripture and, take something that's happening and throw scripture on. It's kind of like using God as a genie and scriptures as a magic potion. If you think of it like that, that's not what that scripture is actually saying. That scripture is actually saying, you link that with the scripture of renewing the mind. And you link it with the scripture of in Deuteronomy of I lay before you life and death, blessing and cursing, choose life. And you link it with the scripture of as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. And you link it with the scripture of what was the other one? Think of these things. All of those, and I've just mentioned a few, have behind them mind management. Manage your mind. This is what you should think about, but you've got a choice. And if you choose this, then this will happen. And actually all your thoughts are supposed to be captured and renewed. And what does that actually mean? And so that there's the philosophy. Science tells you what that means. So the work that I've done is telling you what that means. So let's take just bring all thoughts into captivity. All thoughts. It doesn't mean only one thought or the thoughts that you feel like bringing to captivity when you're in church on Sunday and it's super easy to catch your thoughts. It is all thoughts all day. So that means we need to look at what is a thought. And I've just told you what it is. It's a tree. It's a protein tree structure. It's the product of you thinking, feeling, and choosing and experiencing life, like the email, like this conversation, like the bullying, like the whatever, every experience. You've had trillions and trillions of experiences from a certain point in the womb. And that's been experienced through your mind and built into your brain. That's neuroplasticity and into your body. Okay. And it's chain into your brain and your body. That is a lot of thoughts. Now, if I ask you to close your eyes just for 10 seconds and do nothing but just think of your thoughts, you will have a whole bunch of thoughts going through your head. And you can just try this periodically during the course of today. Just close your eyes and just let your mind wander. And you'll be amazed at all the different thoughts that go through your head, from the topics that have just been discussed to it goes all over the place. All of those are supposed to be brought into captivity. So if we add a number to this is really mind-blowing, because what we scientists are trying to estimate, and this is not my work, I'm quoting research from other people that have actually played with the numbers, quantum physicists and so on. And what they've said is that we, on average, build about 8,000 to 10,000 thoughts a day. So this conversation, the email, the discussion are being built into your brain. If you're having a discussion, if it's a work that you're doing, and that's each day there's something new, you'll be adding onto the same tree, but still you're building 8 to 10,000 new thoughts, even if it's a part of an existing thought. To build those, you will think of at least another 10,000 to 20,000, because as you're listening to me now, not only are you getting knowledge and building thoughts, because your mind is receiving this knowledge and you're pushing it in your brain's building my words into these protein trees in your brain and in your DNA, your mind, but you also all kinds of thoughts are popping up into your mind as I'm speaking, which are helping you process this. Like you mentioned your book, you mentioned how you saw signals, your own experience. All these things are popping up where from? Your non-conscious mind that operates 24/7, which is where your trillions upon trillions of thoughts are stored, where your dynamic intelligence and self-regulation occurs, where the you-ness is, your wisdom, etc., etc. And its whole purpose is to bring balance, homeostasis, survival, love, and to sort out these thoughts and to then try and get the attention of the conscious mind to work with it